can start us off.
Really happy to get this one over with, and they are a very dangerous football team, and they're going to win a lot of games. They're very talented. Couldn't really tell coming into it a lot about them because they just haven't been stressed at all, and have been very vanilla in what they've done, and they weren't vanilla tonight offensively. And we knew it. You just didn't know what to really prepare for. Thought their quarterback is really a competitive guy that keeps plays alive that hurt us at times. But man, I give credit to our kids. We've had a very emotional September, and it's for us to come out and take care of business tonight against another undefeated team. I'm real pleased. I thought our defense created turnovers, which was great for us. Still got a lot of improving to do on that side of the ball, particularly at linebacker. But offensively, we answered when we needed to. Got to finish. We had 2 drives that we messed up. Jason's got to learn to speak up, and we made a bad call on another one. And then Chad made a poor decision down there. But outside of that, I thought we were efficient for most of the night. We were very balanced, which makes us pretty good.
All right, raise your hand. We'll bring the microphone to you.
Hugh, you had 2 100-yard rushers, but you rode Eugene there in the second half. What were you kind of seeing out of him to make that decision?
Well, we worked really hard on a plan to rush the ball against these guys. They do a lot of different stuff, and so if you can always be one play behind against them because they're so multiple in what they do. And so we worked very hard on just a check system that would get us hopefully into the soundest play against them. And what we ended up getting, Eugene's a little better at probably. He's a little more patient and has a little bit more of a burst once he gets that crease. And, man, I'm excited for him. He's a great kid, and he's kind of waited his turn. And, Penniman got hurt this week in practice, and so we were very shorthanded. It was great to see he and Judd both have good games. Judd's got to finish a couple of those runs to get them in the end zone, though, and don't put us in those tight red zone deals. He should have scored twice, and he knows that. And it's tough to score when you get down there. But I was pleased with our run game.
Everybody knows Evan Ingram and opposing defenses are going to try to stop him. What does it take, or who does it take to get him open consistently like you guys are able to?
Well, I really think, and we all know him and we've seen him, but I think it's the play of those other guys. I mean, Damari Stringfellow, Quincy Attaboy Joe, DeMarcus Lodge. I mean, what are you going to do? How are you if you do? The only way you can bracket him is put a backer and a safety inside out on him, but that means somebody is one-on-one. And the run game helps too, and of course give Evan credit, he's really talented. But if you didn't have other people, and I think that's why we're having success in recruiting, is we spread it around, and that's one of the things we show people. If you have better people around you or on the other side of the field or inside, you're going to get a lot more chances to get open. So I think it's a combination of him being really talented and our other guys playing well.
How much did winning the turnover battle impact the final score?
Always impacts it. That was big. We want to win. We haven't won it much this year, so that was very nice to see. And I can't remember exactly what happened after those, but there's no doubt that the turnovers, we've been on the other end of that twice this year, where the turnovers we felt like cost us games. So it's certainly part of it, and it affects it.
You guys jumped out to that 14-0 lead against them last year, and you did it again this year. Did you mention anything to the guys after just jumping out to that big lead again?
No. I don't know. You guys remember all that, and I don't. That's so far. That's so long ago. We just wanted to continue to compete for 60 minutes tonight.
DeMarcus Gates set out for suspension. I mean, do you want to elaborate at all on kind of what happened?
I'm at a point in my life that, kids have to put the team first. And I love our kids, and I want to do things that help them long term. And if it means I set one, I've done it this year, and I'll continue to do it. And the ball's in their court. They understand very clearly, what our expectations are. And I know kids make mistakes. I made them. I still make them. And but man, we have to be a great program. You have to have accountability to each other in some areas that are definitely detrimental to the team.
I was going to ask about DeMarcus as well. Is that a multi-game thing? Or?
That depends on him. It's the same thing as I've done with others. I've been very clear what my expectations are moving forward, and we'll evaluate it every week.
That's obviously a thin position for you guys. Is there any experiments at this point that you can try? Or?
We're going next week. I've got a deal in my mind that we couldn't get it done this week because we were trying to prepare, and they're difficult to prepare with all their motions and formations, and so. But I've got to. We're very thin there. We're very thin tonight, and yes, next week I've got a few things in my mind.
Coach, Memphis seemed to send a lot of extra pressure regularly tonight. The offensive line seemed to handle it.
Yeah, when we stay balanced, I think, we're, that balanced and tempo is our old lineman's best friend, and we were able to do both tonight when we wanted to. When we wanted to go fast, it was going to be tough for them to get to us. So that helps our old line. But I really thought we played physical at the point of attack. We had very few negative runs, and that's what they do. They're a pressure team that tries to create negative plays so that you get behind the chains, and we were able to stay out of most of those.
Just in place of Gates, how did you feel the way Taylor Polk played today?
Yeah, I'd like to watch the film first, but we did make some mistakes there. I can't say if it was Taylor or if it was Terry or if it was Ray or Rommel but we definitely we're making some mistakes there that are giving up some plays that we've got to get fixed. It's not them all the time. I mean, and again, some of the time you have to get to the quarterback and make a play, and we were there and didn't. And again, it's very difficult I don't care how great your DBs or linebackers are, if you change them having to cover from 3 seconds to 6 seconds, it's tough. That's hard, and we had chances to get there, but give credit to him, man. He's pretty elusive.
We'll take questions at the top of the room. Stuart's got a microphone for you.
Coach, I just wanted to touch on the kids coming out at the beginning of the game and what led to that idea and having them come out with you guys tonight.
It was something that, we had a great day off the field. Our foundation, the Freeze Foundation, had Caleb Waddell here, he's a 4-year friend of mine from the St. Jude Classic I met. He kind of caddies when I go up there on a hole, and he's going in for a huge surgery October 12th, and we had him as our guest all day today. And we had Colin from Batson's, who's fighting cancer, and then we were able to have the tragedy that occurred in Oxford on the plane crash. Those children lead us out of the tunnel tonight, and then I know Sarah Perry was designated to be the kickoff tee, and she did that all night. So it just kind of came about. Really, we thought, I don't know if it was one of you guys, maybe Neil or somebody. I can't remember whose idea it was, so I don't want to. There's been a lot of people that have thrown out ideas of how we can help in this time. Whoever came up with it, it was a great idea. I think they enjoyed it.
Hugh, Memphis gets to within 6, then you guys come out and respond. How do you feel like you guys responded once he got to, as Memphis started to kind of creep back there?
If my memory serves me correct, we went on a scoring drive that took about a minute. So I thought the response was really good. I liked it a lot.
Coach, in your opinion, how did A.J. Brown look out there for you?
Really good at catching the football. He's good after it. We had a couple of third downs where he's a little, you know, he just needs more reps at it. He's just got the technique you have to use to win against a certain coverage. It's hard to cover all of that and be really good at it, and that's the only thing I saw tonight, that, you know, just his technique on, I know one time was bad, but the times we came to him, he looked good. He's going to be a really special player.
Are any more questions up top? Or we'll come back down here for a couple more.
I assume the open date comes at a pretty good time for you guys.
Yeah, we've got a lot of kids out, and some are not coming back, obviously, but it gives us a chance to get some of these younger kids, and let's quit game planning for half of the practice, and let's just work on technique and our eyes being in the right place, and some one-on-ones, and there's just a lot of things. We've got to address some linebacker, maybe a Sean Curtis at Mike linebacker, or, you know, I don't know. But we've got to, I'm looking forward to taking, we won't have long practices, but half of them we can work on some stuff.
Or anything else for Coach Freeze? All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
We'll do a breakout.